In this video, we're going to do an interesting exercise where we're going to do keyword research and competitor research by looking at our top competitor apps. And I know I hate doing this too, because looking at competitors' apps, I just want to throw up. Yeah, they're competition, but this is essential. So we have to suspend the negative emotions, and let's look at 3 competitive apps. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. I'm going to walk you through. The thing is that a lot of people, they overthink keywords for apps, but there's so little space to put the keywords for apps. On a website, it will be extremely different because you can have thousands of pages. On an app, all you have is the short title, and on iOS you have the keyword field, and on Android you have the description field. So really, there's not a lot of variety of keywords. Most apps end up competing for the same keywords, and I'm going to be showing you in a second just how all this works out. So in this exercise, we're going to look at the keywords from the title and description from these apps, and I actually encourage you to then go and download and fully use those apps, and then find features that you like in those apps and take that as inspiration to add to your app to make your app better. So let's take a look at some of the apps. This is my app, for example. I'm not promoting it. I'm just going to show you. So it's a business plan app, and it's an app about starting a business. And look, right away here, similar apps. So we're going to go into this app. It's a competitor app. I don't want to show them. I don't want to promote them. But right away, you can see they have way nicer screenshots, but they have no video. Yeah, like if I go back, I have a video which is terrible. It's really, really old. I think I made it in 2012 and haven't updated it. But my screenshots, I have a little color, but the gray ones look really bad. Yeah, so the design is outdated in my apps. I'll be the first to admit. Their design is mostly nicer, so it looks more professional. Right away, I'm like, oh, competitor is more professional. They're better. Now, if we look at their keywords they're using, you can look at it here, business plan, quick builder. Now, quick builder is not really a keyword. Nobody searches that. So we can disregard that. And what we can do is read more and look at the description and pick out some of the keywords. Customized business plan is a good long tail keyword. Now they're using business plan template. They're emphasizing that. Financial forecast. And you don't have to use any tool for this. I'm just ballparking it. And when I look at a keyword, financial forecast, the process in my mind is, oh yeah, it's a thing. Financial forecast, it's a widely known thing. People will want to know that, especially in a topic of an app for business plans. So this is a really great keyword. So I would add that, right? Then they have keywords like budget, income statement, gross profit, net profit, cash flow. These are fantastic keywords. If I was them, I'd repeat it maybe 2 or 3 times throughout the description. Since it's too many keywords to add in the title, they probably could have created a better title by adding 1 or 2 more keywords for ranking, but they would have run out of space. So the long tail keywords like income statement, gross profit, net profit, cash flow, all these things you see here, and I'll actually make it a little bigger for you so you can see. Maybe this is too big. And by the way, if you cannot see, this is HD video. If it's blurry for you, that means that it's something with your internet connection or your video player settings. So it should not be blurry. But in any case, so you see basically competitive advantage. That's not really a keyword because all you have to do is this kind of sanity check test. Ask yourself, is this something people type into Google or type into the App Store? Competitive advantage, not really, but certainly they type things into like, financial forecast. That's a thing. See, that's really the ballpark test, and you're going to end up having more keywords. Now let's do a few examples. So continuously being improved, there's not a keyword. There's nothing that somebody would search, right? Free app with no adverts. Free app, people search that. So you want to add that. Intuitive interface, I don't think people really search that. It's just a sanity check, like common sense check. Yeah, works offline. I think very few people search that, but it is a good thing to add. Tool, that's a good, like tool, software, that's a good keyword to add. Like ideas will conjugate with business ideas, so that's good. Investors, see, you can just actually go through this and look at what they're using and then borrow it for you. And then if you go through 1 or 2 or 3 of these, you're going to have more keywords than you can use. Now, I'm going to show you a few more ways to get keywords, and you don't need the fancy tools. I'm going to actually mention the fancy tools in a second, but like Sensor Tower or mobileaction.co, we'll go over it in a second. But look at this. If you type in like business plan, this is the case for me, yeah? So business plan free, okay, right away. And then you have business plan and startup. They're actually promoting my app, you see. Business plan app, that's actually the name of my app. It actually made it into the autocorrect, which I'm, I guess, proud of. I don't know. And so business plan apps is, maybe business planning software, business planning tool. So the auto suggest gives you additional ideas for keywords too. And you would just type in some beginner words, planner, like organizer. Sometimes they'll have good suggestions, sometimes they won't. Here it's a little sparse, but in any case, you can do the same exercise in Google. So this is Google, and if I let Google autocorrect, look, they're saying business plan sample, definition template, examples, PDF format. You see, and I just have to business planner and let them autocorrect. And see, they give you keyword ideas already. And all you have to do is just add a few more keywords. Entrepreneur, and like sometimes they give you useful ones, sometimes not really useful ones. So entrepreneur, startup, those would be keywords in my space. In your space, if it's a game, if it's something else, of course, then you would type keywords that are relevant for you. And there's so many ways you can find them. Also synonyms. So let's go into like thesaurus. This is thesaurus.com. Again, it's free, and you're gonna have this option business plan. I don't know what it's going to give me. It doesn't really understand business plan, but you can start like business, and it's going to give you ideas. Maybe the word biz, you'll maybe use it like 1 or 2 times, like once in your description. Maybe enter the word like entrepreneurship. And so, maybe venture capital. People who are writing a business plan, they maybe want venture capitalism. Okay, interesting one, right? So sometimes this will give you better ideas. On this subject matter, this tool did not give great ideas, but you see there's such a variety of ways. And the tools like Sensor Tower and tools like Mobile Action SEO, let's take a look at them. This is Sensor Tower. If we look at the pricing by scrolling all the way down, they have a free version, but it's kind of like a fake free version. It's not really free. You almost cannot do anything. So you really have to pay. This is, by the way, for enterprise. In our case, for most of us, it will be for small business. So we click on for small business. Even for small business, it's $80 a month, which is really an expensive thing. You can start a 14-day trial and see what they give you. They track keywords for you. They give you keyword research. We can do keyword research on our own for free. We don't need this. Keyword Spy. It's so easy to pick out keywords from competitors. We don't need these tools. These tools are overkill. We can just basically do what I just showed you. You can track your app rankings for keywords, but like really, do you want to track where your app ranks for keywords? You just search the App Store, right? You go to the App Store and you only have a few major keywords. So once a week, you just go like, business. Let's see where I rank for business. And okay, I'm number 5 this week. Okay, fine. Whatever, right? It takes 2 seconds. You don't need to pay $80 a month, an exorbitant rate. So I think these tools are overkill. Mobile Action is approximately the same thing. They give you some tools, but for keyword research, what we're doing here is more than enough, because like really, there's just nowhere to put keywords, right? Because you only have, like on Android, you have like 50 characters for your title, and then you have your description for long tail keywords. And the long tail keywords you can just easily pick out by doing what we did, and within 20 or 30 minutes you'll have a ton of keywords. There's like literally no need for those tools, in my opinion. If you just can be a little independent and do this yourself, you'll be totally fine. And if you're really not certain, you can always go to the Google Keyword Planner that I showed you and verify, does this search get a lot of volume? If it does, that's Google, of course, not app stores. But typically for most searches, they're transferable. You can see, a lot of people are searching for business on Google. They must be searching business on Android. And also similar terms, for mobile app, games, and so on and so on. Fitness, health, whatever. So that's keyword research. I really don't want you to overthink it. It's actually pretty simple for apps. The challenge is choosing the right ones to rank for, because you want to make sure that it's not that competitive. Because if you try to rank for like photo, which is a fantastic keyword, but at the same time you'll be Google Photos, like different photo editors, you might be competing with like Instagram at some point. So that's a really hard one. So you just want to make sure that you're not competing with against giants, and also you're not getting keywords that are way too long tail so that there's no traffic for them. But the tools won't really help you approximate it too much, just a little bit. But there's so many other ways. You can literally click on these and ballpark it. For example, you want to rank for the word photo, just click on the 10th one and see how hard is it to rank. Incredibly hard, right? It has 100,000 plus reviews, 4.8 rating, and like 10 million installs. This is an insane volume app, and you would just go through a bunch of these and see if the top 20 are like that, or a top 5, top 10, then you know like this keyword is just really too difficult for a new app, and then you kind of want to find longer keywords. So you can approximate it just by looking. You do not need the tools. I've never used those tools, and I've done perfectly fine for myself. I think they're overkill. Like the tools like Mobile Action and Sensor Tower, probably don't need them. People over rely on them because they're just not confident about keyword research, but it's easy. Just use the strategies in this course. You'll get your keywords right.